Hello and welcome. Today I've got a very unusual vehicle, it seems to me, and this is a integrated 6 metre long Hymer B504, and let's have a look at some of the details of it. It's from March 2012, registered, 140,524 kilometres on the clock, diesel Fiat, 148 horsepower, 6 metres by height 295, width 235, 4 tons of payload. This will give almost 1 ton of 1 ton of payload, 4 tons base. It's on 46,000. It will be that by the time you've got some fuel in it. So, and these are the features which it comes with, and it's all sorts of it's got a reversing camera, it's got solar, it's got cruise control, television, it's got an inverter, it's got climate control, it's got all sorts of things inside. Now, if you are interested, you have to freeze the film now. I don't want to read the whole thing out, but there you have it. There's the details of who is the seller, because what I'm trying to do here is to show some, I don't know if classic is quite the right word, but I want to show some vehicles which are available. They're available now, because most of what I show you isn't available. It's not available at all. It's available for order, but something like this is available now were you to order it. Now we've got this bit at the back which is a bit odd. I don't quite understand what was going on here. There's a bunk bed which will move up and down. Then we've got this gap here. Of course, the gap can be filled in with a curtain, and there you've got the garage. At the moment, the garage has got the bike rack for outside. So, but this ladder also is longer on one side than the other. That's a bit odd, and I can see that the former owner made a few changes to it. And one of these changes in here. This is a for me it's a wardrobe, but this person who had this earlier wasn't so keen on using it as a wardrobe, so he I think it was a he, because I can't imagine a woman doing this, put these shelves in its place. The reason I can't imagine a woman doing it is I realise that women do place some stock on having nicely pressed clothes, which isn't always possible when one is camping. So there's that. And on that same subject, I noticed we can get down here, and that's you've got some electrics down there, but you can see there. I think that does need a bit of tidying up, to be quite honest. Another thing which I think was put in here though for clothes is this bar. I don't think that was there originally. I think that was put there later. So that leads me to assume that maybe clothes were hung up in here, which isn't a bad idea if you're because let's face it, you're only using the shower for a couple of minutes a day. Although one tends to come into the toilet more often. But anyway, I'd have to say 140,000 on the clock, and its age 8 years plus by the time this goes up. This is in very good condition. So it's done far more kilometres than my van has, and it's much younger. Right, double floor. Down here we've got the water. So we haven't got the water down there, it's down here. That's a step up. And so you've got the blown air heating. I've got to say, this blown air heating though, in my opinion, it's not such a good idea. It uses up a huge amount of battery power. Coming into here. I like a sink like that. Catches your bits that fall out off the plates and things. You can see that this has been used, but No, it's still very smart. I'll show the drawers as well. Something in here blocking the... Oh, it's the television. Bed above the driving and passenger seats, and a lounge. I do like the integrated van, but I'd have to point this one out, and this is an important thing to point out, is that if the windscreen goes, that's a huge amount of cost. I mean, if the windscreen goes on something like the Fiat Ducato over there, well, I paid less than €100, but I did that in Poland. But okay, probably have to pay a little bit more than that in other places. But if windscreen goes an integrated model, wow, that is pretty expensive. Now, okay, so we've got the flat floor. I'll show you down here as well. We've got some more, got a bit of storage. Under here, double floor, of course, will keep your feet nice and warm as you're travelling around. See how deep it is there. Isn't that good? And since this was made, Hymer really has improved on the double floor technology. Now you may think, well, that's quite a lot of money for a used vehicle, and 46,000 certainly is. I'll show you one which is one or two others, vans which are in a similar price bracket. So this one is 48,000, and this is a Börsner Harmony. This is from 2018, September 2018, so it's 6 years younger. It's only got 19,623 on the clock. This is a van with a huge lounge, so that way it's rather similar. It's a semi-integrated, so the bed has to go into the roof and will come down electronically. And it's got a kitchen, which is a relatively similar size. It's got an enormous here wash, toilet and shower. But what it hasn't got is a garage. The garage is really effectively in here. Or if I open this one up down there, that's your garage. So it's not, from that point of view, not so good. But you can always, if you want to carry bikes around with you, you can put them on the outside. So that's a similar price, and you may take the view, which is understandable. That's got 120,000 kilometers less, and the engine's the same. Both of them are on Fiat Ducatos. Right. So what else we got? Well, this is an Adria Sun, 38,490. Don't know why anybody'd have this over Hymer. It's from May 2013. Yeah, I'll just show around just pop my camera around the corner. That's about as valuable as I think it is. Got some new vans here. This is the biggest collection of new and used vans I know anywhere. 45,000 death lefts from August 2014. Fair comparison. It's a longer van. You can see this in more detail in other videos actually. So there's comes with an oven. Oh, and here's okay, it's also from Hymer Group, 30th edition Nexo Time These things were introduced, I think it was 2016. This thing here is from June 2017. It might have been June 2017. Introduced similar price, like 47,000. So only got 14,000 kilometers on the clock. Nexo time T660. Let's have a look inside. Side bed. A fair bit of room in the garage under it, but it's not, again, it's not something you're going to get a bicycle into. And wonderfully large washroom. So where's the light? Oh, that's easy, isn't it? Yeah. Temperature thing there. Fridge and wardrobe. And if you really wanted to splash out, this one here, Hymer car, MLT 580, but this is not really in the same price range at all. Wasn't used for rental, 68,000, 20,000 on the clock, May 2017. But actually, in some ways, it is a fair comparison. You can see the advances that Hymer's actually made in the 3 years. Just So yeah, sorry, no, 2017, 2012, 5 years. Now, one thing that I like the door to open that direction to the beds. Okay, right, good. Television up there. Let's come out. And so anyway, so these things here, sort of new vans. And one thing that happens is that there's very long waiting times for vans, but I think partially what happens is people buy them on spec. And so the dealers will buy them on spec, and then hoping to sell them. So people then make orders and say, "Oh no, I want a blue furniture and curtains or whatever, and not the ones that comes with." And then they have to wait. But because when they buy them on spec, they've got to guess what the fashions will be and what people are going to want. So good. I hope you found that of interest, and if you did, then that you'll subscribe now. But this is the one we start over. Reiser voor dem sterben, sonst reizen deine Erben. Ah. I bet these people had a dog. That's your gas cupboard down there. Things I find that this has got a certain attraction. It's got something particular. I think it looks really good. Maybe of all of those I showed you, this would be the one I would pick. Although I'm not certain. It really is a difficult decision to make. Well, a decision, of course, which I won't be making because I don't have the 45, whatever it was, thousand to pay for it. Thanks for watching.